And welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament as we present to you this game between ta909 and Antlerz44. I'm Adirondack Rick, and the letter of the day, apparently, CD Improv, is A.
Are you sure it's not we saw 20 Patras in turret floor rooms and we don't have a ring?
I have no idea, but what I can tell you is that this is a winner-takes-all Game 3! That's right. We are tied one game apiece in this series between ta909 and Antlerz44.
I think that's amazing. With the caliber of these two runners, I am expecting an incredibly good race. And joining us tonight on tracking, we have Cami and Renekai, who is updating our Triforce count as we speak.
And so I can tell you that here in this game number 3, the Captain Green 7, the number 12 seed going in, will be watching this very, very carefully because they get whoever wins this match in this winner takes all game number 3. You've heard about about the best 2 words in sports, game 7. Well, here in the Z1R tournament, the best 2 words, game 3. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. The countdown has started. We should be finding out where our start screen is any moment now. I'm totally rooting for, how about the grave?
You want a grave start?
Yes, totally, because it's off in the middle of absolute nowhere.
Well, I was thinking that we were going to see a start over towards the forest area where you have to make a decision which open section of the world you go towards. But I like the grave because it does bring us some options, but we instead get the southwest corner.
Okay, well, this is also a tricky one. You're going to be going through the Lost Woods quite a lot tonight.
All right, let's see what we have in the overworld. Because I'm seeing Malvin so far. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of else at this point. We're seeing most of the stuff we normally see in the overworld. Arrow shop, 76 rupees. Looks like the candle turned up to be 8 rupees higher at 68. So far, this overworld's not looking horrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen any lion. Well, okay, we found some dark nuts, but that's not bad. We haven't got any of the crazy whiz robes or the Lionel death squads, so, not terrible.
Yep. So we do apparently have the dark nuts, as you mentioned.
Yep.
That one's okay, because they don't throw projectiles at you. Might get a little tricky getting some bombs, but we'll see what winds up happening.
Yeah, I think the worst screen for those guys is when they're on like Death Armos or the one right below it, when there's just a bunch of like overworld squares and you have to try to squeeze in this little tiny space.
First of our 5 Armos checks, this one here will yield our item.
Was that a bow?
It was something.
Hey, TA, open your inventory, please. Thank you.
It's a raft. It's the raft. 37 rupees are mid-secret.
All right, that's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's high enough that hopefully maybe we can buy a bunch of bombs and happy things with it.
How badly do you want to see the wood sword at one of the raft spots now?
I think that would be amazing. I want to say we've had like 1 or 2 races where that's on, and that flag just doesn't get used enough.
Is that a max 25? No, that's not.
Oh, I got all excited, but we did just find a bomb shop. Looks like they are 20 rupees tonight.
Actually, I think that was negative 25. Yeah, that was the max 25 in the door repair.
We almost had enough to be able to get bombs until, they stole all our money.
Oh, Antler's fighting the wrong end of a blue dark nut.
See, on the plus side, he's gonna miss that door repair, but on the downside, he's gonna miss the bomb shop. So maybe he'll go up through this way. We can kind of get those in the right order.
Maybe.
All right, still no sign of a sword. We're working our way through some open caves. Oh, disco floor level 7. This lobby always cracks me up because the floor just looks so weird. Sadly, we can't pirouette a door straight across. I'm gonna be curious to see if maybe we can do one straight up. And here we go. Antlers did find these in the right order. We're gonna be able to go ahead and buy 4 bombs before this next person takes away all of our money. First raft check doesn't really yield anything. And TA Slamoose himself before the Darknuts have a chance to do it.
He does get bopped by the Darknuts on the way off, but at least he's going to be able to move around just a little bit. Down to a half a heart, going to need to be careful. Does go back into the level to reset life.
Yeah, see, that's the nice handy part about 7. Now, it does look like there's a slight chance maybe there's something up to the north of that room. I mean, we were far enough down into the map that there are plenty of there's plenty of open rows. We're at level 9 here at what I think is a hint shop in the vanilla game.
Yep. Well, it's the hint that tells you where exactly the. It's a hint that tells you where exactly the sword is going to be.
I mean, that would have come in handy today.
Yeah, the magical sword, rather.
Now, that's not a terrible any road to get. This spot is always kind of a little bit wonky to get to. We're going to find a 71 rupee key. Gotta dodge the levers to get back in as we take a good look at mags. Alright, well this isn't bad. This is going to bring us back to the Vanilla Sword Cave, though, I mean, we're totally going to be calling for Fred if there's a sword in here.
Instead, no.
Alright, Antlers is going to find the anti-roads and cycle through them. Well, alright. Good news, bad news. The raft is not what is blocking our wood sword or our level tonight. But on the plus side, this is not a bad any road to have, especially if you've already picked up the raft, because this gives you access to the complete opposite side of the map from where you start.
I mean, you're right. I would like it.
I mean, it takes a little while, but, you know, it's not terrible.
And our ladder item today is going to be the any key.
Ooh, we want that.
You know, we'd like to be able to keep our rupees so we could actually be able to buy things.
Nah, we already bought a single bomb pack. That's totally all that we need in this race.
Okay, sure. If you say so.
Yay,
there's their sword. It is going to be something that TA is going to be finding. Maybe not soon.
Well, I mean, you figure he knows there's an open cave there. He's going to find level 2, though. That's pretty handy as well. I am a little bit curious as to why he didn't go into that area and check it.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision at this stage. As TA finding yet another spot that has got nothing for us at this point. So we have seen levels 2, 7, and 9, and, well, so far we haven't done a whole lot about those levels. But this is the feeling out portion of this run.
Well, I mean, we didn't even have a candle or bombs or a sword, so we could basically, like, wave at the levels as we run away.
TA is going to have a candle now, compliments of the Take Any Cave, but you're right. I can just see Link waving goodbye to a level.
Like, hi, I'll be back in, a couple of hours. It'll be okay. All right.
Antler's going into this level 2 and probably will be searching out at least something in here. Well, that's fun. At least
yeah, he's got beam swords, and it looks like it was squishy.
Oh, it's definitely squishy.
I kind of wish we had a boomerang, because I've never actually gotten to kill one of those with a boomerang yet.
You haven't lived until you have the opportunity to do so, so do that sometime.
Yeah, I was talking, I think it was 8gen. I was talking with 8gen about it, and I was just like, one of these days I have to just roll a 0 HP enemy seed. We've got a level 5 here for ta909.
You have level 5. It's located over at the Lost Hills shop, and this is a segmented level 2 for Antlers, who's trying to set up a Kanana key, who did not get into the door fast enough.
Yeah, he was really close, but that bat was just not cooperating.
I don't think there was a lot of anything that was cooperating there.
I do find it amusing that we have a segmented level 2. That's always it's always kind of fun to see where it takes you.
It almost looks like this is a straight section of this level 2 too. Well, maybe not.
Like vanilla Second Quest 3?
Kind of. Level 4 found at the bottom of the waterfall. Power bracelet found in level 2.
Okay, now that's a really good thing to find. We already know that the raft didn't yield us anything as far as the hidden dungeon or level or white sword item for tonight. So being able to find that power bracelet really, really early is great because you can route all of those power bracelet checks in and hopefully find whatever level's being blocked.
TA tried to damage boost his way around those blue dark nuts. Unfortunately, that invincibility he was trying to pull off did not last long enough. Sadly took a death there. So if that turns out to be something you want to be in, it's going to take TA a little bit longer to get there. And Antler's just hoping to find a key in one of these next 2 rooms. Not going to find a key in that room.
Yeah, this level 2 to me kind of looks like a fish, but there is a key inside of that mummy. And Antler's going ahead. He's going to go ahead, kill all of these mummies, and hopefully be able to get another bomb drop. Instead, the game's like, nah, you can have a rupee. Yeah, see, this to me kind of looks like a fish, or maybe like, well, alrighty, we'll be back.
Yes, we will. Can't get the Triforce. However, that power bracelet could lead you to what you need to get that Triforce.
Yeah, there's got to be a bow somewhere.
If there isn't, then we have problems for the match that's coming up at 9:30.
And I owe everybody cookies.
I hear your cookies are good.
I hope so. I mean, I've been at this for a very long time. Antlers goes ahead. He finds himself another Tikini. He's up to 4 hearts as well. It means he does stand a chance at picking up the white sword item, whatever it is, when we find it.
What would you like to see as the white sword item?
How about a banana?
Another mid-seeker there for Antlers. And TA finally will go ahead and grab this wood sword in just a moment. Wonder if TA will go into level 2 now that he does have a permanent weapon.
It would make sense. You're only a couple of screens south of it, and it's, you know, really? And it is our blocked, it could be our blocked item. See, if you could have actually gotten into level 2 and gotten to the power bracelet without a sword, it would have been pretty cool to start the game off with the white sword as your first sword.
Yeah, but however, that Lamolo was going to say no to you anyway.
Yeah, very true. I mean, unless you get really, really lucky getting by him.
I mean, see how much that candle destroyed that Lamolo? I mean, it was possible.
Yeah, that is awesome, though. I want to do this. Alright, Antlers is going to find another Tikini. He's still, I think, in this section of the map, and maybe we'll get a white sword check on the way back through.
Nah, this is going to be a 6-heart white sword.
I don't know. Maybe the game... Oh, TA gets the Kanana key. Thankfully, his bat cooperated a little bit better than Antlers did.
And here we go. Is 5 hearts enough to get this white sword? The answer... No!
Oh.
It is 6 hearts to pull the white sword this time around. Antler's dream of having double the offense has gone to 0 for now.
Well, we are right near level 5, so we have a weapon. We don't have any bombs, but we have a candle. Maybe we can find ourselves a heart in here.
CD,
Yeah.
I hope you just noticed what just happened there on Antler's screen.
Nope.
Red Darkness going down to 2 wood sword hits.
Ooh, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's nice when you have bombs that can be killed in a single white sword hit.
Yeah, but we just have to find another heart to be able to pick up that white sword.
Oh, the system's down. I think we're not going to be able to get this just yet.
I don't know. I think it's just going to be hiding, though. This room this is special.
Look at that. Red Gorilla's going down in a single wood sword hit.
Oh, see, again, it's Christmas. It's like they know there's another race coming on.
Hey,
oh, look,
guaranteed white sword.
Yep, we're in business now. This is definitely going to make this room a lot more manageable as well. Having that little bit of extra health while the floor is trying to shoot you.
I believe we call them squishy.
Yes, squishy is good, and we've got a free Triforce here in level 5. This is not terrible.
TA is about to go grab this power bracelet, as well as these bombs that he badly did need, and so we're now 1 Triforce in. TA is about to get the bad news about this level 2.
Oh,
level
hey.
3 right next door to level 5.
It is an absolutely lovely pink color. It looks like Antlers is gonna go down here and maybe screen scroll. Yeah, good job. I mean, that's like it's the vanilla speedrun skills coming out with like just how smooth these guys can screen scroll.
Yeah, Antler's one of the top runners in the vanilla game. And TA, bad news, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops, can't get that.
Speaking of level 1, guess what's behind this other bomb wall?
The casino corner part of level 1 is filled with all the levels.
Yeah, we've got 3 levels and a white sword. With this heart, TA is going to be able to pick up that white sword when he gets up the stairs here. Oh!
Superman Handler!
Oh, and we're now out of bombs. Be careful, Antlers.
All right, silver arrows and 1!
Too easy. Reroll it. Nope, we gotta do it again.
I like doing commentary with you, but I do definitely think we're going to be able to get that match at 9:30 on this channel.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing that there's a ton more races to come still in this tournament, as TA is going to go ahead, find, and pick up his white sword, a white sword. Alright, these bubbles are making it a little bit difficult to get to this last Tektite. Antlers is going to be able to do it. TA is going to find level 1.
Our container right there on the floor. We don't know if that's the floor item just yet. That Staphos has a key, so we're up to 3 now.
We got a compass pointing all the way back towards start.
Every now and then, we gotta give the runners an easy seed to just throw them off guard.
I think he's just upset that I rolled them an absolute dumpster fire.
Well, they all can't be gems either.
Yeah, very true. That would get a little bit boring, I think. Antlers is now heading towards the rest of this level 1. We've seen the staircase item, but we haven't actually found the floor drop just yet. And it looks like unless it's in this room, it might take a while.
Yeah, we might be ladder blocked from it. So, somebody in chat was asking about, is the tracker correct? We've only had one piece collected at this point. That is correct, because the piece in 2 is not blocked. There's the book.
Okay, I like this book pickup. In this flag set, the book actually gives you the map to every single dungeon. And that's going to be really useful. You can walk in the door, you can know which one's going to be the bomb wall, which one's going to pirouette. It's pretty handy. Alright, we got some more nice clean screen scrolls. Antlers is gonna head back into 3, possibly? Oh!
Nice segmented
yeah.
level 3.
Yeah, see, this is the beauty of having the book, is that, oh, look, whiz robes. You can see the map from the moment you enter the dungeon. And then we can ask chat, hey chat, what's that ink blot?
I have no answers for this one.
Yeah, I kind of don't either. I kind of want to say the top half looks like a funnel or yeah, like a funnel in Minecraft. Not a funnel, but it's this thing you make out of iron and it puts stuff in chests for you. A hopper! Thank you guys very much. Oh, well, level 5 to me kind of looks like a bunny.
I actually missed it.
It's okay. TA's farming bombs, so we're going to get another chance.
Oh, yeah, that does. I actually think that the one that we had between myself and Redbird Grad in week number 1 of this tournament definitely looked like a bunny, too.
Oh, see? The game knew. Alright, Antlers is continuing just to clear this first segment here of 3. It's a good idea. You don't want to be like, okay, you missed a room all the way back near start, and that ends up being either your floor item, your Triforce, or something
actually,
like that.
I know you said that level 5 looks like a bunny.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to disagree with you.
Well,
but I have a better answer.
Well, I mean, it's an ink blot. It's totally open to interpretation.
So, you know those baby Yoshis in Super Mario World?
No?
That's what it looks like, a baby Yoshi.
Oh, okay. Well, I like Yoshi. Yoshi's kind of cute. So, I think that's acceptable as well. Antlers has gone over to this other side of level 3. He's getting quite a few keys, which is pretty good. And we have our first Patra sighting. Yay! Though, I mean, if I'm gonna kill a Patra, unfortunately we know it's not required unless he's the floor heart. I think that's a great room to do it in. There was nothing trying to kill us, there were no blocks in the way, it was pretty easy. And
we've already seen the floor heart on the other side of this level 3, so we know that can't really lead to anything.
Yeah, so there's not really a reason to kill the Patra.
Red ring in 5!
Okay, well this is a great thing to find, especially this early in the game. This allows you to face tank everything. Uh-oh.
Unattainable item in 3.
Yeah, unless he walked into the Triforce room and it ended up being a combo room, but it wasn't. So the item in level 3, which maybe could be our bow, is blocked by a Dig Dogger.
Maybe it could be our ladder too.
There are so many amazing possibilities that I really hope it's not going to end up being a banana.
I mean, it could be a banana, but...
Now, Antlers with the Triforce out of level 5 is just going to kind of screen scroll over it. He's going to continue his exploration, which will run him into level 4 here in just a minute.
Well, TA right now is going to be going and farming for some bombs off these very, very weak. Sheesh.
Poor Antlers. Oh no, he's got full bombs. He's good. He actually he was killing the gorillas on the screen in front of this, and the bomb dropped just as he walked over.
Yeah. So the thing I was saying about here is the fact that, you know, Moblins, they're going down to a white sword. Like,
this is just too
what
nice.
in the world is
nice.
this Yeah, exactly. What in the world is the seed?
It's called. We need to re-roll it as soon as humanly possible.
Sorry, the flag gets dropped on this race. We gotta take what we can get. Let's just hope we get both of them into level 9 for full drama.
Yeah. All right. Well, that works. I am very sorry that the seed is apparently too nice, and there are dig doggers everywhere.
I think this seed is starting at the 23-minute mark to show its teeth.
Yeah, in the shape of big, circly dig doggers and whiz robes. We've seen a couple of those.
Yes, we have. Now watch this be the staircase. No, it's not.
Oh, that was the transport staircase.
No,
Level
I'm
3
talking antlers. I'm talking the antlers side.
Okay, sorry. I saw a staircase and I was like, wait, are we talking about TA?
Well, can't get that from here.
Are we in Maine?
Oh, hi.
Oh, well, 4 does not have our ladder. It might still have the bow, and let's see if this is something shiny.
Wow, that was close there for antlers, but takes care of it. And now, the question is, are we ladder blocked from the item in this level 4? There's one last possibility. Nope, there it is, of course, why not?
You know. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and take out this other Gleeok to make sure that this isn't a super combo room and has our Triforce.
But let's just have a key and recorders here in level 4.
Which is ironic because there are a ton of dig doggers here in this level 4.
We already know that there are recorders blocking the item in 3.
Yeah, that could be our bow. Now, sadly, to get back to level... Well, no, we have the recorder, and Antlers did pick up the Triforce from 3, so he could just recorder out of the Lost Hills.
Yeah, if he chooses to do so, absolutely.
Well, it looks like first he's gonna go make sure that this dig dogger down here isn't his Triforce.
What in the world is that song?
No idea, but when in doubt, guess Final Fantasy, because there's a lot of music in those games.
Yes, we do need the ladder here to get this Triforce out of level 4, so Antlers is saying goodbye to the level that bears his name.
Oh, bye 4, we'll be back.
Battle on the Big Bridge. Apparently that's what the theme of this is going to be a little bit later on. Antlers burns himself, and oh, that was a level that TA missed getting into earlier.
Yeah, but look at this mess.
Well, level 6 is always going to be a mess. Level 6 looks like the Loch Ness Monster, or I know for those of you who are closer to New England, there's the thing called Champ out in
Lake
Vermont.
Champlain?
Yeah.
That'd be funny. See, I was gonna go with the Pokemon roots and say it looks like a Lapras.
I'll take your word for it.
You have not yet played the wonderful thing that is Pokemon?
I'll take your word for it.
But there are so many cute things! Alright, ta909 is in level 4 now. He should find his item here in a minute.
If we can't go south out of here, we are officially ladder blocked in this 6, and we are.
Ooh, alright. Well, at this point, if I'm Antlers, I am reportering back to level 3, quite possibly. Or maybe he's gonna head back into level 7.
So we have found all the levels except for 8 and 9 so far. No, we have found 9. The only one we haven't found right now is level 8.
Yeah, but we've already satisfied the overworld item block flag, so there's no guarantee that it's going to be, you know, behind one of the Power Bracelet Raptor recorders. It could just be somewhere buried in Death Mountain.
That's right. Just noting that that's the only level we have yet to see so far. And TA is going to get that bad news at some point here. And of course, you can see TA using the power of the red ring just to tank those hits here from Gleeok.
Yeah, you really don't have to worry about doing this cleanly when you can just stand there and get hit 4 times for each heart. To answer JSR from chat, we actually ended up with the raft as our white sword item, so we already know that the raft isn't blocking anything. Except for, staircase, any road.
Raft was our Armos item.
Oh, sorry, did I say it backwards again?
Yeah, you said white sword item.
Oh, that's because they're right next to each other on our tracker. Sorry, Antler's gone ahead. He's headed back into this level 7. Ink plot-wise, I have no idea.
I'm afraid to see what this level 8 looks like.
Yeah, I mean, given what level 6 looked like, what level 8 looks like, there's some really good potential for a wonky level 8. Okay, I like that suggestion in chat of level 7 is a mustache.
My condolences to the mustache.
Antlers does a really, really smart play here. He hits each of the manhandle apart. Oh! Damn.
And he does not want to lose that full health at this point.
Yeah, I can't say that I blame him. Plus, he's like kind of a bit far away from start. But he went ahead and he hit every single bud on the manhandle before planting the bomb, because that way it did enough damage that the bomb should and did kill it instantly.
I do want to report TA is back in level 3.
Alright, I like this. We're gonna get a really quick look at what the item here. And no, to answer another question in chat, sadly, TA did not make it into the cave, the White Sword Cave. So it might be a little while before he goes back. Did he go back? Has he actually seen 6? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I got 2 different screens. But originally he had, I think, taken a death up there in the beginning. Alright, Antlers is working his way through this mummy room in level 7. Let's see if this is going to be our staircase.
And he pushes the block. The block says no.
And then it goes, hey, you were looking for this, I think. Alright, and again, he's going to go ahead, hit each little bud or each little petal at least once, try to get this bomb planted perfectly, and he even gets a bomb back for his trouble.
Ladder in 7.
So how much do we want to say it might be the bow in level 3? That'd be kind of fun.
TA is going to have to be careful with the health at this point in time. When you're down to a half of a heart, you are on pretty much one hit and you're dead strats when it comes to these dig doggers, but does take it down cleanly with 2 bombs, gets a heart.
Hey, there's a bomb upgrade that we can't really see. It was 81 rupees for 4 bombs.
Okay, that's weird.
I missed whatever TA picked up off the floor. So did anybody happen to catch that?
TA got the heart container. I have no idea what happened though with that level 7.
Well, that's actually one of the thank you, chat. That's been one of the glitches in the version of the randomizer. Every so often, the text turns this like dark reddish color that's incredibly hard to read against the floor.
That's funny, old man. That's funny.
Yeah, we are definitely taking a scenic route now. We gotta go find the staircase to get past him.
Yep, we gotta find the transport staircase to get to those last 4 rooms of this level 7. This is gold. Well, we know where the transport staircase is. It's just...
Well, that part's good.
Thank you, Gabe. You're so funny.
Yeah, that one, it's like when you're in level 5 and all 3 of the old men just kind of line up right next to each other and you're just
you have to take the scenic route to get to the Triforce room.
Oh, this is great! Okay. Antlers is probably like, alright, can I just have this Triforce now? And we don't have to fight this Patra, which is amazing.
Instead, we have to fight this Patra!
Okay, I like this. Good job, game. We're doing good.
We have to fight this Patra.
I mean, this is a much more challenging room. Even and we found our first large, in quotation marks, secret.
That is a large secret.
56 rupees. That is just wrong.
56, unbelievable. Okay,
That's
like I said, this seed is starting to show its teeth to us.
It's like, here, have a Patra in a room that you can't really move around in. And it's your Triforce, by the way.
Although, good job by Antlers by taking care of it. And we're still trying to find where this level 8... Well, there's the second of the large, quote, large, unquote, secrets.
No, game has jokes. That's one of them. Alright, here we go. We got one bomb spot left.
Oh, that's a nice little walk-in!
Oh, look at this! We've got an actually segmented level 8.
That is beautiful of a walk into 8 there for TA. And we have a ladder block.
Oh, well, alright. So here's the good news. We know our ladder is not in level 8, probably.
No, we know it's in 7 because that's what Antlers got.
I mean, from TA's point of view, he's walking into level 8. There, you know there's 2 items in here, but if the first thing you keep running into is a bunch of ladder blocks, you're pretty sure it's not here.
Alright, so door number 1 was ladder block, door number 2 was ladder block, and door number 3, here's an old man.
Who's very confused, apparently. And TA's stabbing him to set up a bomb force, or a bomb count.
I thought he was just trying to get his frustrations out.
Well, I mean, we're
like right there.
But, you know, that's just because he got hit by the fire, so it kind of negates the whole 10 count. So is that feels like it's a lot more than 10 at this point.
Well, we'll find out when he actually gets to an enemy that he can kill.
Antlers is going to go ahead and world wrap and pick up his any key. I like this play. He's got 5 keys right now, but the game just gave you all of the keys in the game for free.
Now, the big thing is that TA needs to keep this count going. And now we have a Dodongo, because why not?
How does this work against a Dodongo, though? Like, will the force off the bomb drop you get from the Dodongo, does that count as the force, or does it negate it?
Yeah, I think he's pretty much wiped out. Even if he didn't get hit by those fireballs, he was wiped out. Anyways, that's all of our levels.
Yay! Alright, so what's root for?
So we know we're ladder blocked in 4. We know we're ladder blocked in 6. We know we're ladder blocked in 8. So TA coming back to this level 7 makes a lot of sense at this point.
It really does. Antlers is continuing to burn all of the overworld spots that he's got down here in the forest, and then I imagine at some point he is going to work his way up to Death Mountain.
But there's one small problem here for TA.
Oh?
TA, remember that death he took at the top of the waterfall?
He didn't see level 6, we don't think.
So yeah, he did not see level 6, so that level is still outstanding.
Yeah, chat was saying they think he actually went back, but I don't remember.
If he did... Oh, he did. Okay, so he did see level 6, so now TA does see all of his levels. So that saves him from having to burn extra spots in the overworld.
Yeah, and if I'm Antlers, this kind of makes sense. It's a lot easier to burn things down here than to have to go up to Death Mountain, keep a bomb count up, and try to bomb open all of these things. We also, I don't think we've seen a bomb shop yet. Or no, we did one on the screen before Death Armos.
Yeah. That may be the rare shop.
Yeah, it's not very handy if you're trying to bomb Death Mountain. And TA is also going to get stuck with the Dig Dogger here in Zelda's room. Alright, now at some point, Antlers is going to run out of things to burn down here. And he's going to get kind of forced up into Death Mountain. And then he's going to find level 8. And we might actually get to see more of it since he's got the ladder.
You know what I noticed here about Antlers?
Oh?
Look at his Triforces.
Odd numbers?
All the odd numbers, yeah.
Yeah, but that's way too close to math there, Rick. I cannot participate in math-like activities.
Well, in that case, we'll get the bird in here to talk math with us.
I am more than happy to leave it all up to Alsoa. Especially when he goes online and looks up exactly how much weight an unladen keys could carry.
What is that answer?
I do not actually remember. Alright, Antlers is gonna go back into level 4. We know this is a good play because he needs the Triforce.
And there is the ladder for TA.
Alright, that's gonna help him a great deal, and yeah, now this is kind of gonna turn into who finds Bo, where it is, and how fast we can clean up.
Everybody in chat going with the African or European question.
Yeah, oh, there's also a... Here we go. Actual bats fly at roughly 10 miles an hour, so an unladen one would fly at 8 miles per hour, factoring in the fact it just got bonked. Okay.
Now, what if it has the boots from Link to the Past or Link's Awakening?
How exactly are we going to measure that? Antlers has got his Triforce out of level 4. He's headed back into level 6.
Yeah, I can see the text on TA's side about that bomb upgrade. That's hard to read.
Yeah, it's kind of funny looking. It's like, okay, I can see that there's a rupee there. I'm going to assume that it's money. Maybe it's, yeah.
TA actually makes the right decision here to go to this northwest corner. It's going to get paid off if he can stay alive. Although I'm worried with that one heart remaining.
Yeah, this is double Petra rooms, and if he doesn't know that the second one is the Triforce, would you actually stick around and clear it? Even with Red Ring, this is gonna be a little bit of a trick. Or tricky. It's gonna be a little tricky.
Well, he's forced into this room and no way to bomb out, so he's gonna have to give it a go anyway. I think if that door does not shut behind him, he's gonna leave.
Yeah, I probably would have done the exact same thing. Like, I'm gonna leave until the game tells me I have to go back in, but he's doing a really good job on this Patra. He's gonna be able to get his Triforce here at a level 7, and it's done.
So you're now down to 2 possible locations where that bow can be.
Hi, Blue Wizrobes. How are you doing today? Why will you not let me out of this room?
Yeah, I'm not doing this room. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the up and A, and we'll go back and do something else.
Yeah, I mean, we technically didn't have to because there was a key drop on the floor, and we do lose a little bit of time having to go back to the rest of the beginning of the dungeon, but I don't hate this.
TA is about to go ahead and join Antlers. I think first going into 4, and then going into level 6. This race is rather close for everything that we've been dealing with for the last 40 minutes.
It really is, and I'm gonna be curious, if the bow isn't here in level 6, Antlers didn't get the item out of 5, which we know is a red ring. But if you're Antlers, do you go back in and try to see if it is the bow, or do you go into level 8, or go find it in this case?
Yeah, for certain. Now, here's part of the issue that we're going to be coming into play here with this is, don't forget, TA knows where all the levels are. Antlers still needs to sniff out level 8 from Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of it's a lot of searching as TA gets his Triforce here out of level 4. Gets a nice clock, so the Wizrobes are going to be taken care of without dying. Oh, well, alright, game. 1 bomb and 2 white sword hits. Is that vanilla-ish?
10 HP, yeah.
Alright, Antlers is going to go ahead and get his Triforce out of level 6. Now, if you're Antlers, do you go back in? Looks like he's gonna go looking for level 8. Or maybe go back to level 5.
He's got the recorder, so I think the case is he'll go search out what we have on Death Mountain first, and then if you come up empty, then you go back into 5. But for now, he's got zero reason to go back into 5.
Yeah, and thankfully the extra bombs from the bomb upgrade are going to come in handy here. He almost has enough to completely clear Death Mountain. And hey, we got some nice squishy orange dark nuts on the overworld for bomb droppers.
And so Antler's probably about 2 minutes away from discovering level 8. TA doing the same trap that Antler's fell into.
Yeah, this room is just, it's no good skis. But thankfully, he's getting some really good bombs on the blue Wizrobes, and he has red rings, so it's not like, 3 hits and you're toast.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the reason why TA continued to do that room despite Antler's upping and A-ing there. It's the difference between red ring and no ring at this point.
Yeah, I mean, not that Antler's really needs one, isn't it? He has one of the records for second quest low percent. I think, maybe? Unless I'm wrong. Alright, so TA is in the room next door to his Triforce. He's just gotta finish clearing this, which it was only 3 blue Wizrobes. We've got 12 bombs, we should be good. I'm curious, Antlers is, not Antlers, I'm sorry, TA is going to keep digging this level 6, or at least go for a little bit further. Antlers is in level 8.
Just a confirmation of what you're saying, or at least to remark about what you're saying. Low percent second quest to Antlers is second behind Lack Attack.
See, I knew it was one of those. I knew he was running second quest, and I knew it was low percent, but I couldn't remember what position he was in. But it's crazy. I've watched a couple of the second quest low percent runs, and I don't think there's any way I could ever do something like that.
All right, 2 and 8 remaining for both of these runners. It's going to get rather interesting as we make our way through this second part of this game. And one of these two, their tournament life comes to an end tonight. The other one, they get to go on, face off against Captain Green in the round of 16.
Oh, either way, those are going to be some amazing races.
I don't think I can see a pairing on this schedule for upcoming matches and be like, wow, this is this is not a great match here. Every pairing is gold at this stage.
So true. I mean, so many of them where you're just going, wow, this is like a great present from the randomizer.
I like the answer by Thalfun in regards to what this level 8 looks like. Lucy from Peanuts slipping and falling.
Okay, I could totally see that. I like that. Good. Really nice ladder clip here from Antlers. Oh, hey, look, our Wizrobe friends are back. Alright, Antlers being really patient and clearing them from the doorway. I like this. He's gotten good bomb hits on most of them.
Trying to do some battle here with these Wizrobes, just like Antlers are, they're all in the same room and it's nothing.
Oh man, that's a little bit of a tease there, game.
Another one of those cases where you do heavy combat to go through a room and this turns out to be the room that you need.
Yeah, that would be amusing, but hey, at least we're getting a bomb refill while we're at it. Oh.
And the answer is no.
We can't bomb to the right there either, so that is a single room segment.
Okay, so there are 2 transport staircases here in this level A. One of them is going to take you to the bottom 4 rooms. The other one's going to take you to that one single room.
And how much are we hoping that the Triforce is in that one single room?
Okay, maybe you're hoping it, but if I was running this thing, wouldn't be.
Okay, well, where would you be hoping it is?
Well, if I was playing this thing, I'd like it to be in that in this first section, but
we're not. We are completely 100% in the spectator seat. We just get to relax and watch everybody else have to stab all the things. It's kind of nice.
like there's Spiky.
Oh, Spiky. He made such terrible choices.
I think TA made the right decision, but only gets 5 rupees for it. Antler's about to find this one as well.
Now we're still kind of hoping for a compass. That would be really nice here as we find a banana. Yay! Oh,
and we have the spiral. This is probably our other transport set. Nope, it's the other item. There's the bow.
Right. Now, this is gonna make things interesting. If Antlers gets there, you know, within the next couple of moments, then this is still a very tight race.
And it's that room to the south. Antlers is gonna get in here, see this banana, and it's the room to the south that Antlers needs. And trying to chase down the Wizrobe. Goes down, gets to the spiral staircase room. Oh my goodness. This is going to be neck to neck, back to 2.
Yeah, this is... Oh, hey, look, another bomb upgrade, and both of our runners can afford it. Right, I'm still kind of hoping that the Triforce is in that one-off room, though.
Well, you could still get your wish. And yes, indeed, these 2 runners, they are both in go mode. We have seen all the levels in order to beat this game.
Well, to answer a question in chat, does TA have the advantage with the red ring? He does, but at the same time, Antlers has already picked up his any key, so it's kind of tight still. I mean, Antlers can just not worry about doors, and until TA gets back to that any key, he might actually have to pay attention, because he's down to just 3 keys.
We'll say, though, that Antlers is pulling off some good combat here for having the...
Ooh, compass.
It's not where you want it to be.
Aww.
Antlers is pulling off some good combat here for what we've been seeing in this game.
Yeah, he's had some really nice clean rooms.
Looks like TA is going to be taking a little bit of a while, and another Patra, this one guarding the Triforce.
Okay, we've got 3 hearts, though this is really close to start. Antlers does have a potion if he needs it, and I have to imagine if it gets a little dicey, he's probably going to use it.
But he does pull off the Petra. And now there's the Triforce for Antlers. It's now back to level 2. This race, very tight. This race, not done and over with. TA's 1 room away from finding out where this compass is to this Triforce.
Yeah, and then it's just a simple up A back towards start, and another Petra fight.
Antlers using the recorder. Now it's time to go and face off against the Goemon 2.
Yeah, that really shouldn't take very long, I would have to imagine. We just gotta remember which Armos it's under.
Quick dispatching of the Patra there for TA. Grabs the Triforce, and that's it.
Alright, here we go. Antlers is just a couple of rooms away. TA is not going to be very far behind him at all.
Absolutely. This is going to be tight run through 9. Either one of these 2 runners could very well win it. It is so close at this point.
Now, if you're TA, do you remember that there's the any key off the coast, and do you go get it?
I think with 2 keys, you probably should get it.
I kind of agree with you. I'm just hoping he remembers it's down there.
If not, you have to... that any key could very well determine how you route. Anyways, there's the Triforce for Antlers. If we could get the audio switched back over to their side. Antlers heading to level 9. CD, what are we looking for in this 9?
Alright, well in this 9 we are looking for a roar and a door. We're looking for the Roar of Ganon, which can be heard in any room that is north, south, east, or west of the room that he happens to be in. We're looking for a door that does not open when we clear a room, and push all second quest push blocks.
Immediately, one direction we can go into this level 9.
I enjoy this giant chunk that's missing off of the right-hand side here.
And we immediately also see that Zelda is not to the south of the start. Antlers walking by the staircase, walking by that open door as well.
Alright, TA's got his Triforce at a level 2. Let's see if he goes to get the ending key or heads straight to level 9.
Ganon is not in the corner of this level 9.
Alright, looks like TA is heading down to pick up the any key. This is a good move. He's only got 2 keys, and we've already seen quite a few key doors here in 9.
Absolutely. Antlers now going up, hoping to hear the roar of Ganon, or maybe see a shutter door. There's a shutter door right there, but we know that's not the answer.
Ooh,
oh,
right.
Shoot.
Yeah, there might be a pretty nice workaround for that, though. Looks like Antlers thought he might have heard a roar, so he went back into the room.
We did not, but it's a good thing to double check. As CA's down this level 9, got a shutter door over here to the right. There are also wall masters in this enemy set, so you're going to want to be mindful of that.
And again, so far the enemy set hasn't been terrible, but TA does have that red ring, whereas Antlers does not.
TA going to the north, there is no shutter door over here. I was concerned about the fact that you couldn't go to the right, or go north of the old man, but that does not turn out to be anything. Did we just hear a clip? Not yet.
Yeah, not from that side at least.
Oh,
Yep.
we did. We heard the clip. All right. Antlers now on the top part of this level 9 has found Ganon. Here we go.
Oh, we get the fun room.
Disco time, baby.
Yay! Alright, so we got white swords. I think that means we have to hit him, what, 8 times?
7 or 8,
Oh,
depending on if he
definitely.
rolls down or not. And we
Ooh,
get
there
it
you
right
go.
there. Solid kill there for Antlers. One piece of the puzzle done. TA needs to get over here to this top part of this level now.
Yeah, and he's really not very far behind, because if he goes up here, it's kind of going to channel him in the same direction that it just sent Antlers.
And it looks like he's going to be doing that. As they do
High five, kind of.
a practical high five into this room right here. TA tries the bomb, can't go to the right. And should be able to hear the clip to audio inside of this room. Can't bomb over to the right, and we could still be looking for a magical staircase. Now, TA going into this room, I think he wants to confirm what he heard, but we all know what he heard.
Yeah, he heard the little tiny bit of like a delayed audio that lets you know that roar of the Digdogger is covering up Ganon.
And at this point, TA knows exactly where Ganon is. We're now looking for a shutter door on Antler's side. Winner moves on. They will face Captain Green in the round of 16. I'm all worried about those rooms that are over to the right of this level 9. You see all those rooms in that far right column?
Yeah, they so far we haven't really figured out how to
compass.
get there. Ooh.
Okay, so she's not exactly over there in that far right, but you gotta get up to the top part. Antler's trying to beeline it over to there. 4 rooms away at this point. But can we get that from here? That's the big question. TA doing an up and A. 2 rooms away is Antlers. We can go to the right. Is she accessible in this direction? And the answer is yes, there it is. Antlerz44 is moving on. Oh, shoot, indeed.
Oh, man.
It's
that's
Antlerz
awesome.
and Captain Green in the round of 16.
Now, call me crazy, but didn't they already face each other in this tournament so far? Didn't they run into each other in the original Swiss, potentially?
That is potentially indeed a rematch. I can't remember fully at this stage. Let me go double check that.
Sorry, Rick. Dude, alright. Now, TA, he's kind of headed in the same direction. He should be coming maybe across the compass, or he's just going to kind of find the right path. He is headed in the right direction. He just needs to take this right here. And welcome and GG to Antlerz.
Hey, thank you.
So we are currently looking up to see you versus CG7. That's a rematch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And there it is. TA has found the path too. So get your GGs in for TA. Just to get back to your question there, CD, it is a rematch. Back on the 5th, we had Captain Green go up against Antlerz. Captain Green claimed that one by just under 3 minutes.
Sorry, go ahead, Antlerz.
Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was an intense seed. If I kind of gambled that 3 and 5 weren't gonna have anything important. If I'm assuming that if either had the bow, then I was done for. I bet it all. I bet it all on level 8.
And we definitely could understand that, but it does turn out to be your combat was absolute pristine to that point that red ring that TA found in level 5, inconsequential.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I wasn't happy with how I was playing early. Took a couple bad deaths on the overworld. Kind of costly deaths too, but yeah, I cleaned it up toward the end of the seed, and I was happy with how I finished that one out for sure.
Also, I want to say your level 7 was a little bit faster than what we saw from TA. I'm not 100% certain about that, but it was still a very solid race.
And then TA also went back and he did check for that item in level 3, which just turned out to be a staircase heart.
Yeah, I knew it was sitting there the whole time, and I was like, I gotta dig 8 anyway. I might as well see if I find a bow in the process, and then I can go back to level 3 and 5 if I have to. But honestly, I was thinking if I have to, I'm probably lose anyway. So it was one of those things where 8 was just the obvious play to me, and it worked out.
Yeah, it was a great chat and a great race. Sorry to echo Thalphalon in chat. Your manhandler rooms where you were actually going through and using each one of the pedals before bombing them, those were beautifully done.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a little trick. Whenever you have a beefy manhandler, it's much easier to sword each of the heads whenever he is low health or slower than when he is fast. So unless you're confident you're gonna lay 2 perfect bombs and get all the heads with both bombs, then to me it just makes sense to go that route.
Yeah, it was definitely a treat to watch.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it was the 9 was pretty linear too. It really did not force you to take any staircases at all, and kind of forced you on the exact right path to get to Ganon. Didn't block you at all from getting up to that corner. Kind of pushed you in that direction, and then just kind of routed you over to Zelda.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was like, here, this is the path you need to take, even if you don't know it at the time.
Yeah, and all credit to TA. If we if we race 100 times, he probably gets the better of me for sure. He's one of the best rando players out there, and the fact that I got him this time makes me feel pretty fortunate, to be honest. He's definitely, I feel, a better overall Z1R player than I am, but I just got the breaks this series, and that's how it goes sometimes. But man, I started out, like, what got me into running Z1R in the first place was watching those old TA versus Saver matches in the, like, toward the finals of, I think it was the 2018 tournament or maybe the 2017 tournament, when he was first making a name for himself. So it was a big honor to be able to race him in this tournament.
Well put. That's yeah, definitely always kind of nice when you can end up racing against people that you started off just watching.
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast.
Well, Rick, it looks like I don't owe you any cookies after all.
No, you don't. Now, I do want to talk to you about something before we let you go for this match. Coming up next, you have the round of 16 against a person that you're familiar with from the Swiss stage. Your thoughts heading into your match against Captain Green?
Yeah, again, it does not get easier next round. Captain Green, he's again one of the best overall rando players in Z1R. He was actually my pick before the tournament started to win the whole thing, not knowing that I'd be paired up against him both in the Swiss and in the brackets. But he's a good buddy, and I'm really looking forward to the matchup. He's been on a roll lately, both in rando and in vanilla. So he's, it's going to be a really, really tough matchup. And honestly, I just feel fortunate to even make it here.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking forward to that match, and it should be a lot of fun. So good luck to both of you, and here's hoping that you both have some fun in the round of 16.
I appreciate it. Thank you both for the comms, and thank you to the tracker and SpeedGaming, everyone who made it possible. As always, it's much appreciated.
It's our pleasure.
Let's get some love in chat for Antlerz44, the winner of this round of 32 pairing with ta909. Sadly, we do have to say goodbye to ta909, a fantastic competitor, and they came back to take care of this tournament, didn't they? Like, they had spent a little time away from the game, but came back with a vengeance to be here. So kudos to ta909, kudos to Antlerz44, and we look forward to what we have coming up next. But what we do have coming up next year on this channel in about 25 minutes is another Game 3. Isn't that right, CD?
It is. We have Game 3 between Caffey, JD, and Adigenos. And if you haven't watched the first two games in this series, you should really go back and watch them. The first one was pretty much all came down to a bomb wall that led to a red ring that led to an any key and made a huge difference. And then the second one, Adigenos did something that I don't know that many of us could actually do, and I won't spoil it, but I'm telling you, it was amazing, and it was one of the biggest gambles I've seen in a long time.
Sounds like that's a fun one to be watching the past while you wait for this match to kick off. But that's not all we have here on this Sunday evening. Coming up at 10 o'clock over on SpeedGaming 3, we have the match between Sidetown and Shaddy with Fry Teeth and Homer J Smash on the call. And coming up at midnight, we have a pair of matches then as well.
Yeah, we have Big Slamu versus Redbird Grad on SpeedGaming 3, and X-Ice Blue versus Panzer Dave on SpeedGaming 2.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to stick around here for just a couple more minutes just to stall time so that way we can keep this channel live. So once again, big thank you for both of our runners, Antlerz44 and ta909. And a big thanks to the person clicking the buttons behind the scenes, making sure those icons appear as our runners find them. The wonderful Kamian Renokai, I believe it's how it's pronounced. And so, yeah. grab yourself something to drink, grab yourself something to snack on, grab whatever it is that you need to snack on. We're going to have some fun coming up here in about 22 minutes here, CD and Prof. What are you looking forward to in this game 3?
I think overall, this is just, again, I actually did comms on both of the first 2 races, and they were just, it was incredibly close the entire way, and it came down to just like the most minute detail to make a difference. Plus, some of the cleanest combat last night that I think I've seen in a really, really long time. And then, spoilers, if you find the any key in a staircase, especially after the first game, where you end up losing the first game because you are short on keys, and then you just walk away from it because it is not those silver arrows, that takes guts.
Absolutely, and should be a lot of fun to see how this goes. A lot of great matches coming up here on the schedule as we continue on. Some of the round of 16 being decided, even quarterfinals starting to come into play as we make our way through this week as well. All right, so nonetheless, stay tuned. Adagino's, Caffey, 2 brilliant runners here in Z1R. That's coming up next here on Speed Gaming 2. All right, we're done stalling at this point in time. CD and Prof, I've enjoyed this with you.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. I do like calling races, even if they're incredibly fast, and it means I don't get to send you guys cookies for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yes, this was a fast seed. Yes, the seed gave you a lot of things in a quick succession, but you know what the seed gave us? A thrilling finish. It was tight into the end. Either runner could have taken it until Antlerz was able to win this one. So that's what wound up happening this match. The next one should be just as fun. All right, let's go ahead and click the button, get on out of here, and we'll talk to you in 20 minutes. The wonderful Melchior and Mrs. Melchior on the call of Adagino's Caffey JD coming up next year on Speed Gaming 2. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.